Tired of bland outdoor spaces? Discover how to transform forgotten treasures into enchanting garden art. From teacup feeders to ladder plant stands, these 20 vintage-inspired DIY ideas prove charm doesn't have to cost a fortune. Let's turn clutter into curb appeal. Number 1. Rustic ladder plant stand. Lean an old wooden ladder against a stone wall for a tiered herb garden. Use galvanized pots and trailing ivy to evoke countryside charm. Repurpose forgotten tools into functional art. Add fairy lights or vintage lanterns to the ladder for evening glow. Pair with sunflowers or lavender for a nostalgic touch. Simple, budget-friendly, and timeless. Number 2. Antique window garden sign. Transform a weathered window into a chalkboard sign with whimsical quotes. Hang it near a vegetable patch or flower bed for rustic direction. Reclaimed wood and twine add texture. Paint the frame white or turquoise for contrast. Scribble gardening tips or seasonal greetings. Let climbing vines like clematis drape naturally for living decor. Number 3. Pallet wood butterfly panels. Craft butterflies from pallet wood for a whimsical garden accent. Paint them in pastel hues to mimic real wings. Mount on stakes for height variation. Group panels near wildflowers to attract pollinators. Add fairy lights for nighttime sparkle. Eco-friendly art that blends vintage and nature. Number 4. Mason jar lantern posts. Hang mason jars filled with LED lights on fence posts or bamboo stakes. Use lace or burlap accents for softness. Perfect for pathways or seating areas. Fill jars with dried flowers or berries for color. Solar-powered lights save energy. A magical, budget-friendly glow for evening gardens. Number 5. Vintage teacup bird feeders. Glue teacup saucers to wooden posts for charming bird feeders. Fill with seeds and add twine hangers. Mix patterns for eclectic charm. Use chipped teacups for authenticity. Surround with sunflowers or shrubs for a natural backdrop. Attract birds while showcasing vintage treasures. Number 6. Bicycle basket flower baskets. Attach old bicycle baskets to fences for trailing blooms. Line with moss and plant ivy or petunias. Leather straps add rustic durability. Use baskets with floral motifs for extra flair. Pair with climbing roses for layered textures. A nostalgic nod to garden utility. Number 7. Wine bottle garden edging. Bury wine bottles neck down along garden beds. Choose green, amber, or clear for color variation. Sunlight refracts beautifully through glass. Fill gaps with creeping thyme or moss. Deter pests while adding sparkle. Practical edging that repurposes waste into art. Number 8. Retro Record Vinyl Wind Chimes. Cut vinyl records into shapes like birds or flowers. Paint them for vibrant movement. Hang with fishing line for musical garden decor. Pair with driftwood or metal hangers. Let breezes create soothing sounds. Upcycle old music into visual and auditory charm. Number 9. Wheelbarrow Herb Garden. Paint a rusty wheelbarrow in mint or teal. Add terracotta pots for rosemary, thyme, and basil. Twine handles tie into the vintage theme. Place near a kitchen window for easy access. Wheels allow mobility. A movable feast of fragrance and color. Number 10. Chandelier Planter Conversion. Invert an old chandelier as a hanging planter. Use mason jars or wire baskets for blooms. Crystal prisms add sparkle to garden corners. Mount over a bench or bird bath. Fuchsias or begonias spill gracefully. Transform forgotten elegance into outdoor magic. Number 11. Mirrored Picture Frame Garden Art. Repurpose a gilded frame with a convex mirror to reflect garden light. Place near hydrangeas or a fountain for dynamic visuals. Moss or ivy around the frame softens edges. Create depth in shady spots. A reflective twist on classic decor. Number 12. Birdhouse from an antique feed trough. Convert a metal trough into a cozy birdhouse. Add a shiplap roof and mount on vintage books. Jasmine vines drape naturally for privacy. Paint polka dots or stripes for whimsy. Position near coneflowers to attract feathered friends. Practical charm with a nostalgic twist. Number 13. Mailbox Fairy Garden. Transform a dented mailbox into a fairy garden. Add LED stars, tiny lanterns, and moss. Solar lights inside save energy. Use hostas or ferns as backdrop. Miniature picket fences complete the scene. A whimsical escape for garden visitors. Number 14. Vintage Umbrella Stand Trellis. Repurpose an umbrella stand as a trellis base. Wrap roses or grapes around its frame. Fairy lights add nighttime allure. Pair with lavender or daffodils below. Rustic iron meets floral abundance. A functional sculpture for climbing plants. Number 15. Clock face on a stump. Embed a clock face in a mossy stump for a timeless garden focal point. Wild violets and ferns frame it naturally. Driftwood hands blend with surroundings. Check time while enjoying nature's pace. A quirky, eco-friendly accent. Number 16. Suitcase raised garden bed. Stack leather or metal suitcases as planters. Use vintage tags labeled "Bloom" for charm. Succulents thrive in stacked arrangements. Add gravel for drainage. Travel-themed gardening with retro flair. Mobile decor that sparks wanderlust. Number 17. Tin can hanging lanterns. Punch holes in tin cans for lanterns. Insert candles or LEDs. Hang from branches with twine for rustic lighting. Paint cans in cream or gold for subtle elegance. Gingham blankets below complete the scene. Budget-friendly ambience. Number 18. Retro garden gnomes with vintage clothes. Dress plain gnomes in crocheted bonnets or overalls. Place among hostas or vegetables. Handmade aprons add personality. Group for storytelling effect. Whimsy meets nostalgia in these personalized guardians. Number 19. Rain boot planters. Use mismatched boots as planters for pansies or ivy. Hang on fences with leather straps. Pastel hues brighten borders. Line with plastic for durability. Label with chalkboard tags. Playful, weatherproof decor. Number 20. Teapot Bird Bath. Invert a chipped teapot as a bird bath. Balance on encyclopedias or a metal stand. Marbles add visual interest. Surround with stone mushrooms or a sundial. Floral teapots echo garden patterns. A delicate, functional heirloom. These projects prove beauty blooms from repurposed items. No fancy tools or big budgets needed. Remember, creativity thrives on simplicity. If you love these ideas, hit like, subscribe for more vintage magic, and share your own garden transformations in the comments below. Let's grow together.